Welcome, my friends. I am here, Buffy Williams with James Dietz. We are in the headquarters of Hydrow in Boston, Massachusetts today, and we have a 15-minute breathe session with you. Throughout this session, we are going to share with you a little something about our famous fathers and how it influenced our athletic journey. But before we get to that, let's look at our screen so we know what these numbers are. Down in the bottom left corner, you will see S/M. That is strokes per meter. That is how quickly you are moving up and down your slide. Just above that is your split number per 500 meter. And that is how fast you're moving. The lower that number, the faster you're going. And we are kicking off that 15-minute breathe session. Leaderboard is active.
Now, breathes are a great energizing row, low heart rate throughout this workout. Even though we're working strength, working some power into our day, you'll be able to speak in small to medium-sized sentences, depending on how hard we're pushing.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We want to sit primarily at a rhythm 18 to 20 because we're going to be doing what James just described as steady state. And that's kind of where we want to create a very consistent stroke and a consistent split number. So let's find that right here. Nail it in, notch it in, right here, looking good. And we're going to spice it up a little bit with some 30-second bouts at some rhythm numbers that are slightly above this steady pace.
Keep things interesting, keep things fun.
That's it. Kind of like a live row, right? It's fun. How are we feeling here? Let's lengthen this out just a little bit. There we go. When I say lengthen it out a little bit, that means just take a little more time on that slide.
Now today I get the chance to follow Buffy Williams, who is an Olympian herself. So if she does deviate from the designated rhythm numbers, hey, it's not on me, all right? The pressure's off of my shoulders.
No pressure, no pressure. Well, I mentioned that we have some famous fathers in the hood for us, yeah? And I kind of use that terminology loosely. It's not like our father's Tom Brady or Wayne Gretzky or anything. But in their own circles, in their own right, they are pretty famous, wouldn't you say?
I feel like within your circles, you're a little bit famous, Buffy.
Oh, James.
How many games did you compete in?
Just a few.
Just a few?
Just a few.
Humble, humble, humble.
Okay, we're gonna get to that first bout right here. So let's just bump that rhythm number up to 22 right here. Yes, that was easy.
With that added rhythm, you may find that split improves. Again, if that number /500 goes down, you're moving quicker.
That's it. We got it. Holding that for 10 more seconds. Yes. Looking solid, my friends. Okay. Back down. Let's drop that rhythm number.
So, Buffy, you gotta tell us about your dad.
Well, I was gonna say, he was a professional hockey player. Let's just make sure, though, we know what James' father was a professional what?
Well, he was an Olympian. He was a rower. And, yeah, I just grew up around these massive personalities. Rowers definitely have a presence. And if you've been rowing for a while, maybe you feel that presence yourself. But I grew up, a little guy around guys named Moose and Bear, and they had all these nicknames. I was just like, oh, these are just regular people.
Very naturistic, Moose and Bear. Sounds like Canadians, too.
You can imagine very large individuals.
Yeah, I could just imagine. Yeah, no, my dad was a professional hockey player. He played in the European League as well as the NHL. And I just have these very, very vivid images of him getting ready for training camp. He had like the pre-training camp situation. He, quite often back in those days, they had an off season, which I don't think they get very often anymore. And he spent the summers you know, golfing, working. And so he had to get some off-season weight off him. So he would set his stationary bicycle up by the pool and start sweating it out. And I just remember that image of him really giving her, focusing, sweat dripping from him as he attempted to get, quote unquote, in shape for training camp because he knew what was waiting for him.
My mind just goes to old school training montage, you know?
Well, I won't
just cue the music.
Well, as we pick this pace up to 24 this time for 30 seconds, here we go. I'll let you know that there was some old school mentalities there because to drop that extra weight, he was pretty much wearing like a tracksuit in the middle of summer and just sweating out what he thought was the weight. So not healthy, right? But it was also in the day and age when on intermissions, they were having a Coke and a smoke. Yeah, that's pretty special. We call those athletes, professional athletes. Okay, we are lengthening that back out to our steady state rhythm. Right here, 20. You got it.
Now
Yes.
with hockey, don't they grow up playoff beards too? Do you think that's something we could bring into the Hydroverse? You know?
I think we have had some athletes that may have gone there before, James. You know? Are you wanting a beard back? Is that what you're saying?
My mom used to call me her little leprechaun.
Oh dear. We're gonna keep it clean shaven on this Hydro.
All right.
Yes. There you go. No, I have these, as I just said to you, very vivid memories of my dad and how hard he worked as an athlete. And I think that really shaped me and my athletic journeys because it was normalized. Like, you sweat. You know, you go out for a hard workout. You push hard. You make teams. And, you know, you guys here right now sitting on your erg or on your rowing machine, on your Hydrow, you know, you could be influencing someone and role modeling that exact thing, the normalizing, being physically active, which is so amazing.
Absolutely. On top of that, you talked about making teams, and we have a phenomenal community here at Hydrow that's both supportive, engaging, and if you're looking over at that leaderboard on your Hydrow and you're able to push against your teammates, all right, that are holding you accountable, it really makes all the difference.
It really is. With that, let's do our next 30-second bout at rhythm 26 right here. Just a nice little lift, right?
One thing, I love the way she says that. It's a nice little lift. And one thing I promise you is whenever you're working out with Buffy, she does not miss a moment to work hard. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm telling this story, you know? She may miss it and she'll be like, James, 1 second.
Here we go. Couple more strokes right here before we lengthen that rhythm. Right here to 20. Yes.
This is also a great time to move together. Buffy and I are obviously different heights. We have different backgrounds, even though we're both in rowing.
Yeah.
You know, I guess different specialities. Is that a word?
It's been, yeah. We'll just go with that,
Potato,
James.
potato, all right?
Yeah.
But here we're able to work together and move together. You see as we cycle the hands away from the body and engage the front end together.
That's it. Together forever.
I got us back on track. I went off the rails for a little while.
But so here's the thing. Both of our fathers, quote unquote, famous professional athlete fathers, they both kind of took a turn after their athletic journey themselves and went into coaching. And you relayed how impactful that was for you, having those athletes surrounding you all the time. Similarly, for me, to have like the Wendell Clark, had to throw that out there for those Toronto Maple Leaf fans. You know, my dad coached him. That's pretty cool, right? Like,
It's really cool.
yeah, to have those athletes to be able to skate in the Maple Leaf Gardens. Sorry, throwing out a lot of Canadianisms here. But it was pretty special.
That's
it was
awesome.
pretty unique. And I think it's pretty fascinating that, James, you and I, we're kind of coaches too, right?
You know, we're not so different, Buffy.
There you go. Okay, how's everyone feeling at that nice steady state? Check in with yourselves again. Breathe sessions. You're supposed to be able to talk easily, much like James and I are. Although, whew, I got that sentence just out. There we go. Let's lengthen a little bit. We're a little bit high on our rhythm number. There.
Good.
Nice. Are you with us?
Go for it.
Yeah. Now, just as I nicely had us lengthen out, I'm going to have us pick that rhythm up for one more 30-second bout. Are we ready? 22.
Born ready, Buffy.
Right here. That didn't take much to get there. It seems like we're naturally wanting to be at that rhythm number.
It is funny, as your body warms up, naturally these rhythm numbers feel a little more at home. When we're moving together, let's focus on sitting up with great posture, as you see Buffy really projecting up. Very proud stance she's taking. She applies pressure. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Okay, let's lengthen that out. Back to our steady rhythm. 20. Right here together.
Sometimes those shifts down in rhythm are more difficult than the shifts up.
Well, they can be. Takes a little bit more patience and time, right? But we can catch our breath more with those lower rhythm numbers. There we go. Everyone's looking good. So, I have another interesting story about my dad. You know, he didn't make the NHL until he was 28. 28. That's like really old.
For a hockey player.
If you're a hockey player, you're right. For rowers,
For rowers, it being a low-impact sport, you see people of all ages. You know, my mom just got into rowing.
Yes, it is true. That is the best part about this. If you're picking up on rowing, you're pretty new. It's low impact, great cardio, great strength, works 86% of your muscles. It's the top-notch activity to do if you're going to do one.
And it's a top-notch activity to do when you got friends to do it with.
True. Okay, we are going to do another 30-second bout, this time at rhythm 24.
I thought you'd never ask.
Here we go. Up here. That's it. Let's really think about taking that up with the legs first. Initiating that drive with your legs. There.
Good. As you kick those legs, you'll see Buffy's arms suspend on that handle, indicating that her core is engaged and her legs are pushing hard. After that, you see that handle accelerate in, and that's ensuring that she gets a great workout.
That's right. What you put in is what you get out. Okay.
I'm along for the ride trying to keep up.
Okay, let's lengthen last time to that steady 20 rhythm. Let's hit it this time, my friends. Yes. Oh, well done. Well done.
And a nice exhale as you drive the legs.
So my dad's name is Claire Alexander. Just in case you were wondering, who exactly is his, what's his name?
Just a quick little search on the computer.
Yeah, but his nickname is Milkman. And that is because, you know, he was older. He had 3 kids by the time he made it into the NHL. Then he had to support a family. So in the off season, while he was gaining weight, might I add, he may have been chugging some milk because he was delivering milk. That's, back in the day, professional athletes didn't make the money they do today, right? So he may have snuck in some cream too, baby.
Oh, keep going, keep going.
This is James' dream.
Oh, absolutely.
Cream, milk, pounding it back.
Oh my gosh, eggnog. Continue.
Well, you know what? What it made me realize, though, is we're never too late to start something.
Absolutely.
Like, never. Doesn't matter what age you are. If you want to pick something up, just do it. Try it. Don't let age stop you, because you don't know where it's going to take you, right? you might be sitting on a hydro with us right now if you just went for it. Nice.
You never know who you're going to inspire. You know, someone may see you rowing on your machine, on the water, or they may see you walking down the street with a certain presence to you. A certain presence that says, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm feeling strong and capable. And they may ask you, hey, what's your deal? Is it the milk?
Is it the milk? With that, let's take our last 30 seconds at rhythm 26 right here. There we go. Finishing nice and strong. Good job. That's it. Picking it right up.
Good.
Nice.
10 seconds. Can we do one whoosh together?
I could try.
On this one.
Whoosh. That is James' trademark. And what a way to end this 15-minute freeze session. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much for joining in. Just remember, by sitting on your hydro today, you are making a difference. So, well done. I'm Buffy Williams.
And I'm James Dietz. We'll see you on the water soon.